Every year, over 19 million people set sail on a variety of cruise ships around the world. The global cruise ship industry earns over $36 billion each year. Major cruise lines are excellent at putting on a show on board their luxurious vessels, but below deck, the lucrative industry hides a host of human rights abuses and an appalling environmental record. Though the responsibility to change falls on cruise ship companies, travelers can and should send a message that their behavior is unacceptable. Major US-based cruise lines take advantage of a provision in the US tax code that allows shipping companies to incorporate overseas and sail under the flags of foreign countries. For example, Royal Caribbean is headquartered in Miami but incorporated in Liberia, meaning that it pays virtually no US taxes and is held to less stringent Liberian labor and safety laws. Ironically, Royal Caribbean does not offer any cruises to countries in Africa, let alone to Liberia. Cruise lines deny below-deck employees proper work permits and require they work well over 10 hours a day for pay as low as $1.25 an hour. Savings get passed on to passengers in the form of cheap tickets and perks. Meanwhile, employees suffering from inhumane treatment are kept out of sight below deck, where tourist eyes and tips cannot reach them. Royal Caribbean actively takes advantage of weak and unstable governments to make its billions. Take its Labadee resort in Haiti. Labadee is an isolated strip of Haitian coastline that Royal Caribbean rents from the government. At the Labadee resort, passengers use their cruise ship cards for their purchases. Meanwhile, the Haitian people are excluded from the economic benefits. Royal Caribbean shamefully exploits the Haitian landscape while paying an ineffectual and corrupt government who certainly is not trickling down economic gains to the population. Finally, taking a cruise is extremely harmful to the environment. Cruise ships produce at least twice as much in emissions per capita as airplanes. They also bring sewage and harmful chemicals into ports, as much as 50 backyard swimming pools worth of excrement and polluted water at each port of call. In an environmental ranking by Friends of the Earth, no cruise line receives higher than a C+. So what can customers do to demand better from the cruise ship industry? Don't go on cruises. But if you do, pick your cruise line carefully and avoid the worst violators like Royal Caribbean and Carnival along with their subsidiaries. Remember those below deck and steer clear of any cruise line that has a record for mistreating its employees. Be a traveler, not a tourist. Make sure your travel purchases benefit local people, not tourism moguls and corrupt governments. Investigate the activities offered at cruise destinations and find out if you're able to travel beyond resort limits. The average person spends a great deal of time researching where to vacation and how to get the cheapest tickets. Channel some of that consumer energy into looking behind cruise line company practices and demand better. There is a lot of room for improvement.